to another episode of the program Security Affairs. I am Austin Peacemaker. Security Affairs is a weekly program exclusive on PTV that highlights news on security concerns in the country, while also educating and alerting the general public on security tips for optimal safety. On this episode, we shall be looking at security challenges in Nigeria, strategic solutions. Nigeria today, as many will say, is sitting on a time bomb. Insurgency in the northeast for a long time now, and today the IPOB. In the southeast, these are challenges as a nation we must strive to overcome and strategically arrest. Our guest today is one-time Chief of Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, Major General Abdul Malik Giwa, retired. He's going to be talking to us on the security challenges in the country and strategic solutions as a nation. Also today, we shall be having a special session focused on the Combined Chief of Army Staff 2nd and 3rd Quarters Conference currently ongoing here in the nation's capital. Meanwhile, let's go on a short break, and when we come back, we shall be taking some highlights of security news in the course of the week.
The traditional rulers across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country said they were in the villa to welcome President Buhari back from his over 100 days medical vacation. Each of the traditional rulers who spoke on behalf of their regions assured the president of their support. They urged the president to address the economic challenges facing the country.
We continue to preach against corruption. I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to see you today. We pray for you for a much longer life in a very healthy condition. We're here basically to speak with one voice that we should continue to foster peace and harmony for this country. We should continue to also caution our youth in terms of hate speeches. We're here to also let you know that we stand with you in taking this country to another level. We know that we cannot leave everything to the government, for government to do everything. We all need to work hand in hand together for us to support and make sure that this country is better and will be better for all of us.
Responding, President Buhari maintained that his government will continue to pursue programs that will make life better for Nigerians. He also enjoined the traditional rulers to continue to strengthen harmonious relationship among the people.
Resolved to continue to pursue programs and projects that will better the lives of all our people. I urge you, you are living with the people, you know the actual problem more than us sitting here. I have to digress here to just remind you of what made a great impression on me when I came to this office. If you go to any respectable financial institution in the world, not only in ECOWAS or in Africa or Europe, and you ask about Nigeria, between 1999 and 2014, they know it's on record Nigeria produces average of 2.1 million barrels a day. And the average cost of every Nigerian barrel of crude is $100. Average, it went up to 143, but when we came, what happened? It went down to 37 and is now oscillating between 40 and 50.
Hopefully, this meeting will assist in dousing tension of mutual suspicion amongst the people.
President Buhari receiving his Ghanaian counterparts at the forecourt of the State House. Afterwards, the two leaders proceeded for a closed-door meeting. After over an hour meeting, President Akufo-Addo told journalists that he was in Nigeria to check on the well-being of President Buhari. He also disclosed that bilateral issues concerning ECOWAS sub-region were also discussed in the closed-door meeting.
I came from Accra today to come and visit with my senior brother, President Buhari. All of us have been very anxious about his well-being. It was very good news to hear that he had returned. But we're Africans, and it meant that I had to come and see for myself how he was. And I'm very delighted to see that he's come back and very vigorous and, as always, very engaged on the issues of our day. So we've had a good half an hour together, reviewing matters both in Ghana and in Nigeria, as well as immediate matters to do with what's going on in the ECOWAS community. So I'm very happy that I've had this opportunity to come. And I'm going back to Ghana very fortified and able to tell the Ghanaian nation that our big brother Nigeria is well and that things are well in hand here.
Spokesperson to President Buhari, Femi Adesina, spoke on the essence of the visit of the Ghanaian president to Nigeria.
It was a friendly visit, a courtesy visit, just to check up on our president since he came back from his medical vacation about 3 weeks now. And it shows that the relationship between Nigeria and Ghana remains steady and sturdy. For another president to have come just to say, I came to look you up. So it's a good development.
Would that enhance bilateral ties between both countries?
Definitely. In Africa, well, let's say ECOWAS. In ECOWAS, you can't talk of those 15 countries without mentioning Nigeria and Ghana. So it's good for sub-regional cooperation.
The Ghanaian president is the first head of government to visit President Buhari since his return from United Kingdom on August 20th.
The strategy office we are doing is to ensure that we deploy policemen all over the country. Two, we are in touch with the government, try to also mobilize the political leadership to be able to intervene where necessary on how to lessen the tension that is presently taking place in the northeast. Southeast.
Now, Wike, governor of Rivers State, made a sweeping accusation yesterday when he said most of the crimes committed in the state were done by young.
Obviously, everybody has the right of expression, right? That's his right. And he's a governor. He's a state governor. Obviously, I have to deny that. That's nonsense. I have to deny that. If a policeman was killed, you cannot say somebody was killed is the one involved in crime. I think you're talking of two different issues. A policeman was killed in South, right? In Rivers, in connection of these IPOB issues. It's different by saying that it's the policemen that are involved in crime.
So in essence, he has no point. He wasn't making.
Look, what I'm saying is that I just want you to read between the lines. If you have leaders making sweeping allegations, obviously it's not. I don't want to comment on it. It doesn't make sense to me.
October 1st is just 2 weeks away from now. Now tension in the country. What do you expect?
Obviously, I don't think there is tension in the country. Which country? This Nigeria? No, Nigeria will not have tension. At least you are in Abuja. You have gone around this.
Parading over 50 harvests of suspected criminals, the Commissioner Aliru Gwandu at the State Command thanked the people of the state for their cooperation in crime fighting as he sues for more support. He explained that out of the numbers of suspected persons, 44 have been charged to court, as 16 kidnapped victims rescued.
People of Edo State who are brain behind the success by giving information which we later evaluate and consider to be an actionable intelligence. There are more than 101 strategies that are proactive. But no matter how proactive nowadays, you have to marry your strategies with intelligence. So what you have seen today, the harvest of criminals you have seen, is as a result of the information given to me and married with proactive measures.
Some of the suspected culprits who confessed to the crimes have this to say.
Someone brought the car to me and bought the car. I didn't know it's a stolen vehicle until when you want to register the vehicle, you come to discover that the car is stolen vehicle. The guys told me, say he bought the car in the auction from custom. And I bought the car 1.2 million. I didn't know say it's a stolen vehicle. That's what she bought me here.
You bought the car from
Yes. I don't know. I no be robbery, I no be state, I no do anything. I use my money, buy something, and I still suffer for it now.
And my friend say me I do come for her. See why you have money. You be police.
Eh?
Now ordinary human being.
So why you can't do one for him?
I beg me say me help and whether I no fit to construct. That's how I feel construct.
How many people you don't construct for like that?
Now only one I asked me to construct for him.
Eh?
Now only one I don't tell me I construct for him.
They carry heart, they touch am for inside. Me, I say what I have no go back here. They follow you back here. If you carry hate, they knock her for here. Me, they cry. If you collect your hand, if you knock her for head, to help it here, blood they come.
Okay, now you carry us, knock him for here.
Yes, that boy, they first carry on a hit to knock him for head. Me, they cry, they collect for heart, they knock him for head. Okay. To help it here, you carry for hospital. Now 2 days, you won't die.
Okay, you can't die for hospital.
Yes, my father, I don't come. I say, no mistake, forget matter.
Criminals may have to look elsewhere as the state is no longer a safe haven for them following the combating framework put in place by the men and officers of the Nigerian police.
Those are the security news in the country in the course of the week. Stay put while we go on a short break, and when we come back, is the ongoing second and third quarters conference here in Abuja, organized by the Chief of Army Staff.
I am Major General John Enenche, Director Defense Information, Defense Headquarters. Keep watching Security Affairs on People's Television.
We are always appealing and requesting for continuous support and cooperation. And this could be by way of encouragement, by way of providing information, by way of being security conscious, because the fight against terrorism and insurgency, and in fact dealing with any security issue, is a collective responsibility. So every Nigerian has a role to play, and that is all we are looking forward to always. And even though they have been most cooperative and most kind, but we still need more of it so that we can perform better. I am Brigadier General S.K. Usman, Director Army Public Relations. Keep watching Security Affairs with Austin Peacemaker on People's TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel highly honored and indeed elated to welcome you all to Abuja for the combined Chief of Army Staff Second and Third Quarters Conference. This conference comes at a time when our country's peace and security remains a priority. The international environment remains volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, while Nigeria's geostrategic influence is increasingly being threatened by non-state actors.
You are still watching Security Affairs with Austin Peacemaker. As I said earlier, today we are looking at security challenges in Nigeria, strategic solutions. Our guest is Major General Abdul Malik Alidu Giwa, retired, former Chief of Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA.
My name's Major General Abdul Malik Alidu Giwa, retired. Retired 10 years ago. I served in the military starting from as a cadet from 1973 to the year 2007, which precisely was the mandatory 35-year service for the military and civil servants. I have served in various capacities, starting from my years as a subaltern, that is second lieutenant to captain, middle cadre, major, up to lieutenant colonel, and of course at the senior cadre, brigadier general to major general. The highlights of all that, in the middle cadre, in the junior cadre, we assisted in various measures to assist the civil authority maintain law and order. The middle cadre have been opportune, or had the opportunity to serve as a Nigerian Defense Advisor in Ghana, which had concurrent areas of responsibility in the West African coast of the Anglophone speaking countries. Now coming to the senior cadre, brigadier general, major general, even at that, when I was in the defense headquarters, there was this effort to collaborate with the Nigerian allies, foreign countries, to be able to coordinate security challenges of this sub-region, Africa, and regionally the entire world. In that basis, I had led teams to Britain, to West Coast as well, and to America. Before the main one came in, as a Major General, I became the Chief of Defense Intelligence. And at that time, talking about over 10 years ago, the Niger Delta became the challenging security spot for Nigeria. A lot of efforts, a lot of painstaking commitment to advise and to gain intelligence to the government of the day helped stabilize the situation. And I can tell you there's a lot of destabilizing actors, as it were then. But timely intelligence, proactive intelligence, corroborating with the Niger Delta leaders, gave us the peace we enjoyed at that time. Perhaps subsequently lead to the stabilization of that region and Nigeria at large till today. In between, of course, there are flashes of challenges. As the saying goes, there must be challenges in every facet of life. And for every country, even America today, Britain, are all facing one security challenge or the other. And it is the use of human material resource of each country that stabilizes the nation. I'm happy with what this particular regime is doing. And a lot of challenges, apart from Niger Delta, you are aware, have come up. The Boko Haram noticed, the farmers had clashes, intermittent, other aspirations are all coming up. But the government of the day is handling it effectively. Where we can chip in some advice with hopes that these security challenges will become a thing of the past, so that Nigeria can move forward and progress faster than what it is now. Nigerian security challenges today does not start yesterday, does not start this year, last year, but it's a continuous process that has built up over time. And just my answer to the last question, if proactive measures are not taken, or serious measures are not taken, and politics are being played, the result is what we get. And it may even consume us if we have not been lucky to get a government in place that will checkmate the rampaging insecurity. Agitators that seek to balkanize this country will face whatever the country has come up as a solution. No country has fought 2 civil wars and survived it. And if you look at the news media, the electronic news media, even when the issue of Biafra was fought, the leader then of Biafra, of blessed memory, I'm talking about Chief, is that how they call him? Chief Emeka Ojukwu. If you look at some of the clips he said yes, he led the first war about Biafra. And yes, he has said another one is not necessary. Yes, the best thing is for us to live together and lift Nigeria forward. So I do not know what has necessitated these young men to come up to what they are agitating, other than intriguous Nigerian politics. And the solution lies there in the East itself. Every part of this country is linked one way or the other to other parts of the country. Be it language, tradition, commerce. Nigeria is not an accident. Nigeria is God's creation. Those who say Lord Lugard came and amalgamated and so on and so forth. There must have been a platform that carved out that entity, that boundaries. Why didn't it happen that all Africa is Nigeria? Why didn't it happen that all Africa is South Africa? There must be divine guidance that led to formation of countries.
You have heard it from Major General Abdulmalik Ali Giwa, retired, former Chief of Defense Intelligence, Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, speaking on the security challenges in the country and the strategic solutions. That is how we call it a wrap on this episode of the program, Security Affairs. I am Austin Peacemaker. Stay out of trouble. Safety, they say, is first and always.